Alright guys, welcome back to the show. We're going to go ahead with Tecmo Grey Cup once again, so we'll go ahead and just jump straight back into it. As you know, since you've been watching this, we haven't exactly been doing that well over any single game of the season. So we'll see if we can turn that around. There are a couple of people who gave me little pieces of advice. We'll see if the advice works or not. And as you can see here, I had to plug my controller back in. There we go. Alright, so we are playing against Calgary today. Let's just jump in. I probably should have taken a look to see who we have starting, but it's alright, we'll just wing it here. I wanted to play yesterday as usual, since I try to play every day, but it didn't quite work out the time release. So you know how it is, no time and all that stuff. Yeah, let's go for an onside kick. Somebody recommended, hey, you know, if your defense is that bad, you might as well try an onside kick every time, and we did, it didn't work. Now, there was someone else who recommended maybe trying to grab one of the safeties, so we're going to do that here a little bit to see if we can use this to sort of disrupt the passing game, and then, of course, I leave the guy wide open and they score a touchdown right away. I don't think I'm going to try that again. At least the safety is kind of fast, but that was pretty bad. I bit on the fake. Vernon Adams fakes the run, and I end up paying for it. That was pretty embarrassing. I don't know what other excuse I have, other than the fact that, like, I was apparently covering two guys. This is one of the hard things about this game, and there are people who've left comments. I think they're somewhat well-meaning, but I've left comments trying to tell me, oh, you should just do this, or you should do that. I mean, what you have to realize here about this team is that we are really, really underpowered. And we're underpowered in the sense that we're slower than all the other teams. We don't have the defense that any other team has. Like, every other team has defenses that will, you know, actually follow the receivers and stuff like that. We don't. Our defense will not do that, right? Our defense will leave guys wide open in the back no matter what. And so what I've discovered is best is this guy here, Pickett, is probably our best linebacker, and so I just grab him and hope that I can stop the running back before he scores a touchdown, which didn't happen there again. So we have given up 2 touchdowns in 2 plays, which makes this a little bit difficult. There was somebody on the YouTube comments for one of the recent videos that I had for free for everybody who was telling me that I must be really bad at this game and that it's easy and that he can beat the game using the original game using New England and Indianapolis. The thing is, I can beat the original game using New England as well. It's not really that hard, right? Because the other team doesn't run as fast in that version as it does in this version. There's one of the things you don't see if you haven't tried it, right? Like the defense here is really, really fast and reacts right away to whatever it is that you do. And if it guesses wrong, it will still figure out a way to sort of guess right. See, look at that. I almost got caught in the backfield for a loss. They didn't even guess right on that play. It wasn't a blitz, right? So, you know, I mean, what can you do? The other thing people have been telling me is, oh, you need to wait until the last possible second to throw the ball down the field. So, okay, we do it there. Well, that time it worked. Right, so maybe there's something going on there. The trick, though, about this is that it's not like, so there was this insinuation that, oh, there's always some guy open if you just wait long enough or whatever. It's not really true, right? Like, so, for example, there, I mean, I have no idea who's open and who's not, but every single player, if you look closely, every single offensive receiver we have is covered, like, on every single play. Which is one of the things that makes this difficult. And since it's Canadian football, we're now down to 3rd down. So we did have something happen, but it wasn't really enough. A little exit strategy there. We're only down 14-0. It's not really that bad. Whoops, I wanted to call the run. I called the pass. Okay. Anyway, that's my little Tecmo Super Bowl rant here for you to begin this game. Oh boy, we got really, really close to a touchdown there. All right. So that's just sort of what's going on. You know, it's not any commenter's fault or anything like that. I'm just saying that, like, you know, and I don't think anybody who's watching this as a members-only video is making comments like that. It's just that, you know, there are some people who don't quite understand, like, what's really going on. This is not your average Tecmo Super Bowl game. This is a lot harder. And like I said, see, yep, we just blew that chance. But like I've said before, if you really want to, especially a multiplayer challenge, what you should do is try playing this game like this way, right? Have somebody be Ottawa and see what they can do with this setting. I mean, look at this. Our players can sort of like barely catch up with him, but not after he gained about 75, 80 yards. Right, and in theory, I should have been able to get him for a loss in the backfield there, but I couldn't. And the reason why I couldn't is quite simply because I was blocked. I was blocked at the last second. So, yeah, that's what happens. Sometimes you have good luck, sometimes you have bad luck, and we've had a lot more bad luck than good luck recently. That time we had good luck. So a victory here for us is still sort of forcing this kind of punt. Notice, by the way, this is going to end up being a touchback. Notice that they technically could have kicked a field goal here. Oh, we're not going to be able to just run out of the clock. Okay. Anyway, I'm passing a lot more than I probably should, which I think is one of the problems that we're having today. Yeah, so there you go. There's another example of waiting till the last second to pass. Now, as you noticed on that play, the moment the ball arrived, there was a defender who arrived from the top of the screen to the bottom of the screen, which is because the defense in this game is extraordinarily fast. So you can't rely on a lot of the same offensive strategies that you rely on in Tecmo Super Bowl. This game is a lot more difficult. However, this might end up working if we can catch the ball, and we can. But yeah, it's it requires you to do a little bit of this out-of-the-box thinking, you know. But when you get it to work, first down. You get a first down. There you go. Told you. That's the thing, it's not a bad game, it's just that there's a lot of stuff that's going on here that if you're used to normal Tecmo Super Bowl, you're not going to understand. Alright, second down, let's focus a little bit. Man, I wish that this quarterback was just a little bit more mobile. If he had a little bit more mobility, given his like horrible inability to actually pass the ball, if he were just a little bit more mobile, we could really get something going here on offense. But it's all right. We score a touchdown anyway. But one of the things I love about Tecmo Super Bowl and all of these versions of this game is that like it really does test your reactions and it tests a lot of your football instincts, right? You have to know in order to be successful in this game. That's what we wanted. In order to be successful in this game, you have to know like right away, like, you know, should you pass right now in this situation or not? You know, what are you going to do with this run? Is this going to be a broken play for you? Is there something else you should be doing? You know, stuff like that. Now, just so you know, this is kind of the voice of experience with this version. I'm calling passing defenses every single time. They're going to punt. And the reason why I'm calling passing defenses every single time is not because I think they're passing every time, but because the chances of us getting lucky and being able to stop the run for a loss are much higher than the chances are of us being able to prevent a pass from going over the heads of our secondary and, you know, totally ruining us. Again, it's the voice of experience. Man, look at them plug up that hole. There's just nowhere to go. And, yep, the blitz. Deadman is good, but he's not that good. If we had Bo Jackson, we could probably beat that. Boy, the awful pass. The guy's right in front of you, and so you throw it down like that? I mean, it's ridiculous. Anyway, we made something out of it. I mean, it was point-blank range. Like, you couldn't miss. Anyway, there you go. I don't know. I like to think I'm getting better at this game, but I don't know. If you actually watch these videos, you probably wouldn't see that. I love that lateral run. You got like 15 guys following you. That's what it feels like. See if we can catch him looking run. Yeah, I probably threw this too soon. Yeah, I did. Bad luck. We've had a lot of that, by the way. If you go back and watch, I swear, you know, I'm actually good at this game. If you go back and watch, you'll notice that we've had a lot of this, that sort of play where, like, you know, we've had the ball in a good position, we've been really, really close, and then we're just unable to make it happen. Get him. I don't know where to begin. All right, whatever. I'm gonna keep using this guy up here. We're gonna play some line. There you go. Is that the center nudge? That one is. All right, that's the sort of cheap thing. Whatever. I know I'm not supposed to be doing that, but I'm going to do it anyway because we have no other way to gain yardage. This is not going to be a touchback, is my prediction. I think that they nerfed the punts a little bit in this version, so that it's not always a touchback. In the original game, it literally is always a touchback. You will always see like 80-yard punts. For whatever reason, Tecmo got that part of the game wrong. But, I mean, nobody ever talks about it because who's going to complain about that? Did you see how fast that guy came from the backfield? I mean, it's just incredible. It's like Superman. Come get me. Thank you, by the way, to whoever reminded me that you can basically throw the ball like Superman. Unfortunately, in this case, the accuracy was way off, but at least he did throw the ball the way down the field. I don't know. I still don't know if I want Brown or Schultz starting at quarterback. We've kind of used both. Sometimes I like Brown, sometimes I like Schultz. They both really suck, really, so I don't know. The other thing I'm thinking about is I'm trying to figure out which game to play after this is done. We still have a long way to go. We're like barely halfway through the season. But after this is done, I might just choose another, Tecmo Super Bowl hack or version or something to play. Someone was saying something about the 2025 like college version. There are all the historic versions to choose from. There's a whole bunch of different things we can do. So I'll look into this. I'll come up with some sort of answer. But I'll probably want to choose a team that can actually both pass and run rather than a team that can neither pass nor run. Yeah, I swear those defensive backs are just so fast, man. I mean, it's really amazing. I mean, there's that guy again, right? Like, he comes from out of nowhere. Don't just stand there, guys. Come on. I don't like the looks of this. Yep, we blew another chance. If we could have those chances back, if we had scored points, we'd be in the lead. All right. Nice. Hey, that's the first good thing that somebody other than me on defense has done all day. Not that I would be narcissistic about playing this game or anything, but there you have it. We've got a little bit of time left. We've been driving the field. We've been doing pretty well. I think the big problem is that we've been relying a little bit too much on the passing game, and I think that we probably should come back with a running game here. This guy Deadman is actually pretty good because he can, totally change plays around, although we didn't do so that time. But sometimes you just have bad luck. So Deadman right here is my outlet, just in case something doesn't work. A little screen pass. There you have it. That's the one I like, that up and B. So the one on the bottom left is probably my favorite passing play because of that aspect. Oh, shoot. See, that's what happens. You wait a little bit too long and you have the play again where the guy runs around the ball over and over and over again trying to get it. Ah. This is bad. This is really bad. Well, it's realistic, I'll put it that way. so close. Not deflected. But we do deflect it in the end, so that's pretty good. They're gonna punt. Yep. So we've done okay. We've played a little bit better defensively here. Maybe, you know, the defensive advice that everyone's been giving me has actually been pretty good. I don't know. Alright, let's see what we can do. I will say that when it comes to this game, the running game is really, really not easy. It's harder. Having a team that is focused on running playing like this version is hard. However, it's nice when you have that screen pass as an option. 14-7. It's been a while since we've been this close. Look at this. We have like 300 something yards, 11 first downs to 3. You would think that we would be dominating this game, and we're not. We're actually barely hanging in there. The only thing I worry about when we do that is that he's going to fumble. All right. Yep, it's another first down. So we've been rocking it to him and socking it to him. We probably should eventually like think about taking a field goal instead. There's the fumble I was worried about. First down. The entire backfield comes at the same time. All right. We don't need no stinking field goal. Ah, shoot. Ah, man. He went there at the last second. That's the thing. The computer's pretty smart in this game. It knows what you're going to try to do. Oh, get him, somebody. Man. Man. Alright, we're gonna go back here to this guy. How did he catch that? He had 3 guys right around him. Oh, man. Gonna kick a field goal? Yep. Alright, well let's see if we can block this kick. Nope. Alright, down by 10 now, so we need more than just a little prayer. We need something really big to happen. The other thing that I've noticed about this ROM, by the way, is that they changed it. There's a glitch you can take advantage of in the original NES game to block almost every extra point and every field goal. If you just grab one of the guys who's on the near the middle of the line, you can just go straight and miss the guy who's supposed to block you. I don't know why I ran there. I think it's because I wanted to call the running play and call the passing play instead. But yeah, in the NES game, there's a glitch that you can use to block almost all of the field goals and extra points. That does not work in this version. It's probably a good thing that they took away a lot of the real buggy, glitchy stuff. All right, we're running out of time. Where are you running? I want you to stay for the screen pass. Don't do that. Right? If he stays for the screen pass, I can, dump it off to him and we can gain that 15 yards or whatever. But when he goes downfield like that, we just can't do that. It ends up being an interception. It's part of the problem. Again, like I said, I mean, the accuracy ratings of these quarterbacks are so low that, you're always going to throw a certain number of interceptions. So, man, look at him go. Look at him go. I should be calling timeout. I know it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Well, there you have it. Tecmo Grey Cup is definitely not as easy as it looks. The score of this game is going to look a lot worse than it really was. Actually, it was a pretty close game for the most part. I think this is closer than the last time we played against Calgary. But if you're just looking at the box score, you would think that this game was an absolute blowout and wasn't even close, 24-7. And if you ignore all the yardage and stuff like that, it looks pretty bad. I mean, they had 262 yards rushing. See, that's what happens when you have a guy who's fast and when you have a defense that can't catch up with him. So, anyway, so there you have it. So we'll just go straight through to our next game. I didn't even check to make sure we were playing in week 9 because there are bye weeks here. It's because the CFL only has, we play against Toronto again. It's because the CFL only has 9 teams. So anyway, there you go. And anyway, so there you have it. Hope that you enjoyed that, at least to some extent. I do think I'm getting better at the game, but you can have whatever opinion you want, and I'll talk with you tomorrow. We'll play it again. Bye.